Let's get started.
The truth that sets you free may also tear your life apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the find of the century.
Hey, what's happening? He is I and I am him. I am your Uncle Jeff. Is it that way? It's that way. Okay. I be forgetting. Yo! What's happening, people? What's happening? What's that? Don't you do it. Don't you look, nigga, you just came from outside. Don't you pee in here. I'm not fucking around. We at the ass whooping stage. No, you already been outside. We just left from outside. I don't care about that. We just left from outside. This is not about outside. I know better. Huh? Are you trying to tell me you gotta go again? Shit. All right. Hey, sweetie. Here. Okay, people. I'm potty training my dog. Okay, housebreaking him. And he's been doing, huh? Do you want to play? Do you want to play or do you? Okay. And he just barked to go outside to take a steamer. He took a long piss outside. So I don't think that's what it is. I really think he wants my undivided attention right now, which he can't have. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to GIRAFFEBALLZ. Well, I would get high as GIRAFFEBALLZ. Well, maybe not that high because I don't have that much weed left. I finally made it to the crust, to the bottom. See, that's how sticky our weed is. Is that at the bottom of the jar? It's like it's chunks of it resined in there. It's just beautiful hunks of weed resin that I'm about to light tonight, and then I got to go get a whole new strain because finally, after a couple months, I have made it to the end of Cherry Haze. Finally, wonderful! What a wonderful ride it has been. Okay, what you doing over there? Don't pee. This dude. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Maceo. Maceo, the pit bull that I bought from Cousin Annis. Shout out to Cousin Annis. It's probably a little late for her to be popping in here because she got to go to wake in the morning. But however, I must say, I thank y'all for coming to hang out with me in here tonight. It is cool. You're going to have to bear with me because I got a puppy underfoot that is a rambunctious 4-month-old pit bull that is eating my shit up and driving me bananas. But I love him. It's a great little dude. No, Maceo. No. Yeah, we got to start popping his ass. Because this dude here, he hard-headed. He can't be told shit. Knock it off. Yeah, this dude can't be told shit. So, but I welcome you to GIRAFFEBALLZ. If this is your first time, put a P2, B1 in the chat. A P is in positive. A B as in black. No, P2B. Why am I tripping? Peace to the balls is what it stands for. So put P2B1 in the chat if this is your first time. If not, let me welcome. Look like American Negro. My man Burnsy was in here first. What's happening, big bro? Then Ja. What's happening, Ja? Focus Willis with the compliment on the beats. Jimmy Rucker says, one of my top intros on YouTube to list. Thank you, sir. What? Really? Really? Thank you. I'm flattered, man. I'm flattered. Let's see what else we got. So I gotta look up in the goddamn sky. Okay. Okay. That is the wrong one. I am looking at some other shit that I shouldn't be looking at. I should be looking at this. Is what I'm looking at. Okay. Man, I should bring this down. Bring this over. And pop that out like that. Close that. Close this. Close this. Do not close the StreamYard, idiot. All right. And here we go, goddammit. We're ready now. All right. Now, let's see. Trucker Yell is up in here. SSJD Shep. What's happening? All right. Again, welcome to Giraffe Balls. I want you to get your don't shoot my fucking phone cord. Be damn. Support that for motherfucker. I bought you all kind of toys. Chew your shit. My dog won't chew your shit. Ain't like I got all kind of toys in here. Like a fucking newborn, he got toys. Yeah, that. This fucking dog. Anyway, what's up to everybody? Yeah, we gonna get up on cloud 9 and talk about it. We are going to talk about it. And what's so funny is, yeah, get your shit together. Get what you're smoking together, because we're about to blast off. Let me know what you're smoking. Here we go. Let me get where I need to be. Oh, dog, don't tell me you made me. Oh, I'm like a cokehead right now because I got like a little pile of weed because I got to knock it out of my thing because I ain't been to the dispensary. And so damn busy. Anyway, I'm not going to the dispensary and get myself from my due. If you got it, light it. All right. That was pretty with the smoke. Okay. Let's hop the hell right on in. And get at it with tonight's show. Let's and it's so funny because the show tonight seems to be hitting a lot of different people's minds. A lot of people are hitting this particular subject tonight. And it's we can't get away from it. Now, I bought this dog this fucking squeak toy 2 weeks ago. He don't never play with it like this. But since I ain't paying him no attention, oh, is that what that's about? Well, here, get it. Go get it. Go get it. Bring it back. Go get Snoopy. Maceo, go get Snoopy. Where's Snoopy? You go get him? All right. It's on everybody's mind at the same time. Everybody seems to be really, really preoccupied with this. It's everywhere you look. Negro, have you just figured out how to squeak the goddamn toy? Is that what this is? I see. I'm very happy for you. Good boy. Very good, Maceo. Here. Here. Get it. Go get it. Lock his ass in the bathroom. Y'all gonna hear some fussing. Go get it. Come in. You're in here. You're in here. Come. All right. Yes. Yes. You have to go in there. You can't run from me. You're so funny. In there. No, in there. Okay. You're gonna hear some fussing. You're gonna calm down in a minute. It's embarrassing. It's like having bad kids top shelf. It's embarrassing. Yeah, sweet D, it's his dog. His dog is running the show. Yeah. He's a puppy. And he's extremely attached to me. Like extremely. Like everywhere I go, I can't shit. So I'll put these on. He gonna hush in a minute. It's killing me. Okay, what do you do? Do you leave this little son bitch? Cause he's just doing it because he loved me and he missed me. CBD treats. I have some CBD treats. I do have some CBD treats. I don't know. You know what though? And I got some CBD oil. I got the little oil. You know what? Give him cuddles. Kazi, that nigga. All right, I'm finna give him some oil. Hold on a minute. Okay. Get what we finna do. Daddy finna give you some oil. You about to get some night-night drops early. Because you, oh God. What just happened? Oh. I ain't even had to tell her. My wife came and got him. My wife, Deacon Cortez, my dog was out of order. My wife just came and got her. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go with that ignorant shit. All right. So now we can get into the get down, ladies and gentlemen. With no further ado, please forgive me. Tonight's get down, sisters. How to help us look for you. How to help us look for you. Okay. Oh, that's dope. I'm seeing it everywhere, guys. There is an on-fire war involving Black people, young and old, and it is a gender war the likes of which I have never seen. Amongst us anyway. I ain't never seen no shit like this. I mean, niggas is not having it with niggas. This here is on some whole other shit. The arguments that go back and forth. The ugly shit that's said. The counterproductive nature of it all. And it is my opinion that it comes down to a few things and a few things only. I mean, there are a bunch of factors, but it comes down to, it funnels into this few things. A, you ladies were taught that we were untrustworthy. We were taught that you were disposable. And we carry those thoughts forward when we deal with one another. Oh shit, Mike Rob up in here. What's happening, man? Welcome to Giraffe Balls, bro. We carry those thoughts. Hey man, I still hope you got that video, man. I'm so sorry. Y'all give it up. Y'all ain't, if you're in LA, funny cat, my man Mike Robertson is in here and he does these dope shows. I've done 2 of them. I've taped one. He has one of the tapes. I've been so goddamn busy. I got to get that tape, bro. I'm going to get that tape. I promise. Let's hook up this weekend. It's a goddamn shame. This dude live down the street from me. I can't get this video. If you still got it, let's line it up, bro. And I'm coming where you at with a drive. I'm going to get it. Anyway, you were taught that we were untrustworthy and we were taught that you were disposable. These things were done on purpose to perpetuate a stereotype, a negative cycle that we still live in. Hey, Kenny, bro, oh, blessings, bro. Welcome to Giraffe Balls, man. Welcome to Giraffe Balls. Please, please, please stick around. I'm going to open the doors up. I'm going to talk a little bit, talk for about 30, 40 minutes. And then I'm going to let the blood hit the floor. And you are absolutely welcome, brother. You are welcome now. You are welcome back, my man. Y'all, if he stick around when we open the doors of family, Ekene, that's my people from Nigeria right there. It's a good brother. Thank you, Cortez. So we that cycle started here. And that's right. This is my show. I can be as long-winded as the fuck I want. When we got here, those of us who were not here already, the African warriors among us, you was not just going to make these people slaves. There were revolts you never ever heard of or are going to hear about on plantations for hundreds of years. We fought this. And for those of you who say that the following is not real, well, the effects of it sure do make sense. So fuck you. The Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter basically went like this. Willie Lynch was a slave master motivational speaker, if you will. And good old Willie went around to slave plantations where they were having problems with slaves because slaves was not fucking around. These slave revolts, they weren't playing. You know, what? And he was like, here. Here's what I want you to do. Your problem is your unity. Okay? You got to cause dissension and terror within your ranks. And here's how you do it. Okay, I want you to take and pit the young against the old, the light against the dark. I want you making some half white babies with these nigger bucks. I know it's an imposition to bring something into the world that's half animal. But Tony Mack, this is what I want you to do. This is what he told him, Tony. I want you to split them up and wherever you can, cause derision between them. I then want you to get them in line by taking the two strongest nigger bucks you have. And I want you to tie one of them to 4 horses by his arms and legs. And I want you to rip him apart in front of the rest of your slaves. Just rip him apart. And then, well, first I want you to beat him almost to death and then rip him apart. Then I want you to beat the next one almost to death, but don't kill him. Look at his woman and tell her, if you don't want me to do this to your son, you get your son in line. And the sassy black mammy was born. Right there, right there. The one he would allow to pop stank, and especially on her man. Because that's how he kept control of those people. By keeping control of the man, by reversing the order and putting the woman in charge of him. This was the move. Have your way with his woman in front of him and leave her wet with your DNA and in his bed. I mean, right in his bed, take his woman. Take his woman from him in his bed. It ain't going to just affect them two. Oh, the story going to get out. What are the other men going to look at him like? What are they going to look at any of these men like? I want you to utterly destroy the fabric of these people. Leave it in tatters. Leave it laying there. Leave nothing for them to be proud of, Gator, that does not come out of me. And no, we ain't talking about what they did to men and the fruit bootiness that went on with that. No, I'm not even over there, Deacon Cortez. Thank you. Absolutely. We ain't even over there yet. But we start there and we move forward into the first serious awakening of Black people in the 40s and 50s and 60s. Black families starting to make sense regardless to how we redline them, regardless to what opportunities we keep from and take from and burn down, regardless. They still keep coming back. What can we do? I know. Let's recharge the Black woman. In the most impoverished areas, let's pay her to kick her man out. And if she have more kids, give her more money. Let's not give her man jobs. Let's keep these people in as emotionally and physically and spiritually oppressive box as we possibly can. And anybody who even talks about it, let's call them whiners. Let's call them victims just for even discussing it. Let's do that. And let's set up a system where we are making a subclass of Black man amongst his own people. I bring to you the words of All We Got Left Is the Beat by LL Cool J. Yes. I bring you, I'm going to share with you this, the words of the great poet laureate LL Cool J. From All We Got Left Is the Beat. When I'm riding on the street, I hear gunshots. Crack niggas cause they moms miss flops. So Black man really care, miss flips. So black man really care about politics. In the 90s, our government's so slick. I watch CNN sometimes and I realize they're playing tricks on my mind. They want a man to work with his hands, too young to die, and they don't give a damn. Rare mama got down on her knees. But not no more, goddammit, I make cheese. I think that was grandmama, but this, yeah, grandmama got down on her knees. But not no more, goddammit, I make cheese. I'm on the move, and I'm a show and prove. You might cry to my political groove. Rest in peace, sauce brothers underneath. I love you to death while my beat's like a reef. In the middle of the night on the city streets, the only thing we got left is the beat. Who bring guns into the USA and then make sure they come around the way? Gain the points until the whole race traps. And teach up my woman that she should call up the cops. The projects are hell. Wait a minute. There's nothing we do but ride on top of an elevator. Say to clubs, I can't get a job, mouth to feed, somebody getting robbed. I ain't worked, but I ain't working for crumbs. You ever seen a man's shelter? Check out the bums. Brother of pain, their whole lives are over. They spent every dime trying not to be sober. And all the ladies got bags of clothes. They be your long lost mama. No one never knows. The streets are a nightmare while the president's secretary is chilling in his leather chair. This is the verse that is the first largest nail in our social coffin right now. Lemon to a lime to a lemon when you need a token black, hire black women. The other man applauds when he can't get a job. He gets up all of his family and feels like a slob. The black women don't understand because they don't realize what it is to be a black man. In the morning, a brother feels like a jerk seeing black women and white men go to work. So all women fear the brothers ain't real because they won't give us no jobs. That's the real deal. Hold my hand while I get it all together. They don't deserve me in times and don't desert me in times of bad weather. Because I'm going to make it out the concrete walls. And there's another way besides basketball. Let me go. Let me do what I do. I'm red, black, and green, then red, white, and blue. Wow. Seeing black women and white men go to work. This imbalance coupled with dangling the absolute best of us in front of the rest of us. And showing that and emphasizing that, singing, dancing, telling jokes, throwing, catching, running, shooting, as the big ways to get there. Emphasizing those. Making our women who have a little bit expect that. Or the very few that make it around the very many that she worked with. Making those the yardsticks by which she even measures. on top of the mammy shit that we spoke of earlier. This has destroyed both black male and female mind and set up the landscape we are now fucking with. Well, good news. In that landscape are some good sisters. And for that matter, some good dudes. It's some good dudes. We got to put them together. Here are our problems. We first got to deal with the fact that there is a 2 million black woman surplus. Okay? There are 2 million more of you than there is us. That's a big problem for you. Let that sink in for a hot minute. For a hot second. There are 2 million more of you than us. This is before we involve ourselves with any other race. Before we involve ourselves with any other countries, there are 2 million more of you than us. Which means that as men, we don't have the dating problem that you do. We don't. We have our dating problems, but it's not selection. It's not. I want you to see all black women, all of you sisters. And let me warn you, this is not a black woman bashing session. I don't allow those. I don't. This is, however, some truth aimed right at you. Watch it or don't, like it or don't, listen to it or don't, obey it or don't. It's coming. Nope, it's here. So you do what you want to do. I really don't give a fuck. This is not an attempt to hurt or sugarcoat your feelings. Your feelings are irrelevant. This is where we are, and I'm trying to help you. And I'm not going to butter it up. Here goes. The rare ones of you, the grounded, earthy, peaceful ones of you, must damn it, I fucked it up. I gotta do it again. You must separate yourselves from the scallywags, the malcontents. The rudabegas. Okay, let's talk about the rudabegas for a minute. And I speak to sisters who I believe to be intelligent and grounded and earthy and desiring of better and aware of spirit and energy and trying to clean a temple and stay healthy. I'm talking to you, sisters. This is how you help us look for you. I need you to stay away from and call out rutabagas. Well, what is a rutabaga, Uncle Jeff? Well, I tell you, young senior Jedi Bruce, a rutabaga is a new word that I am entering for bitch. Follow me. I am encouraging brothers to abandon the word bitch. Abandon it. I know it feels good. I know a well-placed bitch puts it right where you want to because of the damage you want to do, because of the damage done to you and how good it feels when it rolls off your lips. Who you talking to? I like the word. And sometimes it fucking applies. But it's just a shortcut. I don't think ladies understand that. Bitch is a shortcut for vile, foul-mouthed, contemptuous, untrustworthy, bitter, conniving, constantly angry, evil, trashy gutter snipe. Nobody wants to say all of that or parts of that every time they mean it. We don't. So we just cut straight to bitch. Which I understand your recoil because it means female dog. That's your main, that's generally being compared to an animal, is the main fault that you put out. And understandably so. On the surface. I don't mind being called a dog because dogs are loyal and simple. And many of them will fight to the death for you. I don't mind you call me a dog. But, okay. I get it. This is why I am saying we shouldn't use the word bitch to refer to the vile, foul-mouthed, evil, conniving, contemptuous, cantankerous, angry, ugly-spirited gutter snipes. We shouldn't. We should use a word that separates that we are talking about bitches with ovaries so that you can't talk about males. That's not who we're talking about. We're not talking about female dogs. We're talking about an entire demographic of vile, contemptuous, foul-mouthed, foul-spirited, nasty-ass, trifling, funky gutter snipes that are female. Let's call them rudabegas. Wait, there we go. Let's call them rudabegas. Let's call them rudabegas. Rutabagas. There's a word nobody's using, right? It's an old vegetable from like the 40s. You have never heard that word till I said it. Rutabagas. It's a word of, it's not cute. I don't remember, Bruce, which way did you change it? It's not cute. It's not snappy and cool to say. It is behind a glass case. Ugly. Like the name Hortense. Utilitarian, boring, and ugly. Like the name Ferdinand. Nobody uses the name Ferdinand unless they absolutely have to. That's what rutabaga is. Think about it. Too Short made a song out of bitch. Try to make a song out of rutabaga, it ain't easy. Too Short was such a genius, he got black women yelling bitch on cue. I dare you, drive by a big mega church on Sunday with a booming ass sound system and play Blow the Whistle. And see on everybody from the first lady to the usher boy go, bitch, right on cue. You can look at them. They about to explode. They want to do it so fucking bad. They can't help themselves. I think I'm going to do something with that, Mike. If you in here, I'm going to do something with that. I'm going to turn that music on. I think I can see myself fucking around with that on stage. And this is why I say abandon bitch. Because they get to hide behind, if I'm a bitch, your mama's a bitch. I ain't no fucking dog, nigga. Who the fuck is you talking to? I'm gonna call my brother. I'm so ashamed you call me a bitch. All of that. All of that. They can't hide anymore. And the next time you find one, it's some of that foul mouth, cantankerous, angry, bitter, gutter snipe ass activity. You look her right in her face and go, you ain't nothing but a fucking rutabaga. She got to own it. She got to own it. What's she going to do now? You didn't call her a female dog. You didn't. What's she going to do? Call her brother? She going to call Kiki, Day and them and tell them that you call her a rutabaga? You know what they going to do? Ask her why. Why? They can't go to, ain't nobody gonna call nobody in my family no bitch. They can't go to that dumb shit because that's not what you said. They can't go to the trunk. They got to go to their logic. Well, why did he call you a rutabaga? And then they got to sit down and counsel with this brother because maybe all of them need to be dealing with your rutabaga ass. So rutabaga is the new word we are using. These are the people you must separate yourself from, nice girls. We are looking for you, but we cannot find you. You are the needles in the haystack. We need you to be magnetized to one side of that haystack by positivity. This is a magnet. Magnets don't move hay. They move metal. How do you find a needle in a haystack? With an electromagnet. We need to see you in the light, in the positivity, away from them. But you don't make enough separation between you. And part of that is our fault. Because we as men we treated hoes like nice girls. And nice girls like hoes. So y'all got to start dressing the same and acting the same because you was getting basically the same results from niggas who was mistreating nice girls and mistreating hoes. Us. We did it. Ain't nobody shout out to the hoes. Ain't nobody mad at hoes. Who mad at hoes? I'm not. Show of hands. Anybody mad at hoes? I don't know why hoes get mad when you call them hoes. It's our fault we got this all mixed up. I remember when the hoes knew who they were. And the only people that didn't like them was goofy nice girls. The only girls didn't like them was goofy nice girls. The slick nice girls knew the deal. They knew who the hoes was. Ain't nobody mad at hoes. We start treating them and confusing them. And now, what we have is two groups of angry young people betrayed by my generation, trying to find themselves. This way your uncle come in. Ladies, at some point I will do a show, which usually most of my topics are about, straightening men and telling them where they need to be when you really listen to me. But tonight is you. And the chief thing you need to do, number one, separate yourself. Separate your goddamn self. I can't tell you how important it is for you to at least appear to us I'll push back a little bit on that, Jimmy, to appear to us that you separate yourself. You got to make it clear to us that you ain't with hoes and rudabegas. Because if you don't, we're going to leave you lumped. You need to bring back shame, ladies. Some of y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Some of the shit you do is shameful. It is. Now, if you're in a polygamous relationship, cool, because I don't count that as fucking for sport. That's some other shit. If you are not, and you are making the unreasonable request for monogamy from a man, if you are under 40, realize that your request for monogamy is unrealistic. Yes, it is. You're asking me to surrender as a single man my desire, not my desire. Let's take 3 women I find attractive. If I decide to date one of them and they know each other, I have to deny the fact that I find this one who is, I'll just put types of women I'm attracted to. 5'3", 120 to 130, 135, 5'3" to 5'5". Real short hair, pretty brown eyes, teacup titties, nice pretty round butt. The other one is 5'3", 5'5". Same thing. Hazel eyes, Puerto Rican with raven black hair. And this one here, a little thinner or a little thicker, but black as night. Natural hair. Beautiful fucking smile. If I pick one of them as my woman, the other 2, I have to feel guilty about being attracted to. That's what I'm giving to you. And not acting on that impulse. Regardless of whether they would give me some or not. That's what I'm giving to you. That's a big ask. It's a big ask. I submit to you that if I'm man enough to tell you that in this next coming thing, I'm trying to build something. I'm an electrician. And I need somebody that's good at keeping books. I need somebody that's good with the law. I need somebody that's good at sales. And I want to bring y'all in. And I want all 3 of y'all to be my women while we build this thing. Now that's if all 3 of y'all are my women. Now, if any of you, if you cool with that, and I don't care what you do with each other, but I'm trying to keep it between us 4. But if we not, cool. If you want to have sex with other dudes, 2 rules. Before you 2 do it, he needs to meet with my counsel. Me and the niggas I run with. He may even be one of the niggas I run with. But my counsel of niggas will tell you after we hang out with them whether we sanction it or not. If we do, you do what you're doing. As long as you maintaining my shit. If we don't, and you still do, you out of my shit, you go with him. And whatever happens, happens. You're on your own. Because that's rule number 2. All right, Gator. Peace, man. Rule number 2. You can't fuck bums. Don't fuck bums. That's all we saying. Can't do that? Can you not fuck bums? Because we trying to build. Trying to put the vagina back where it goes in a lower caliber. Socially, we are... We got it out of whack. It's one of the highest shelf things that we put on the low shelf when we shouldn't, and put on the high shelf when we shouldn't. That's really where the man brain is going. That's where it's going. That's where society, with the numbers, that's where society is going. Amongst the rarities of the brothers who I am not mocking, I am monogamous. I have one woman, 58. I have other women for which, when they need something, I do their bidding. But one woman. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about the big ask that monogamy is to a young man of now. It's a big thing to ask. So you need to be big enough to ask for it. The way to make yourself big enough, the way to make this shit better, is in these steps. Real talk. Number 2, police your own. You must, sisters. It is imperative now that you police your own. Those of you who you know are on bullshit, your friends, that's who's making it hard for you. It's not us. We're reporting. It's your friends making it hard for you. They're doing it. We're telling you what they're doing, and you're defending them. Yo, what's up, Devil Dog? Hope to see you, man. I have one woman because I can only manage on one woman's emotional needs right now. It's fucking honest right there. A man should have as many women as he can be honest with. You shouldn't have, if you got to lie, you shouldn't have that many women. You should have as many women as you can be honest with. But policing your own, sisters, you have got to. Now it's crucial. Step in. You know a girl that's keeping them kids from her daddy because she mad? That's wrong, sis, and you know it. You ain't the only one know it. You know it. Your friends know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know ain't nothing wrong with that man. Y'all know that heifer just being stank as her children's souls bleed every day for their father. Y'all know it. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Are y'all getting together going, hey, we finna make this work. We finna get Tony on a conference call and let him know that we as Keisha's friends are going to talk to Keisha and try to get her in line. Because she wrong. And if she don't listen, we going to cut her. Because we don't like that. And we no longer do that. And we wanted you to know. Y'all going to have to be that big. Are you that big? That's some bigness. Can you do that? Can you be seen doing that? Can you and a few of your friends get together and talk to Big Tony? Go to lunch with him. Get him on a Zoom call. Hey, man. Look, we're not trying to get in your business other than to help. We think there's some bullshit you going through with her. And we not picking no sides. What's going on with y'all two is y'all business. But them boys need you, and we see that. You cheating ass dog. You lying motherfucker. You broke bastard. We see that. We see that you're not perfect, but we also see that you love your children and you are not a detriment to them and they need you. We see that and we want to help. I've never heard those words uttered from a woman. New here. How old are you, Uncle Jeff? Well, first off, we know what we do for the new folks. We take a pull. Welcome in, son. Welcome to Giraffe Balls, where I get high as giraffe balls and talk to y'all about whatever. Tonight, we're talking about sisters, how to help us look for you. I am 58 years old, and I welcome you here. And any questions you have, and I'm going to open the room up, and you can come up in here in a few minutes. Those are the words we need to see and hear. We need to see you separate yourself from your hoish friends. Ooh-wee. I got another one, Cajun. Number 3, you're going to have to break the trance of the 3 M's. Well, what are the 3 M's, Uncle Jeff? Well, I'm glad you asked these. These 3 M's will forever prohibit you from separating yourself from the rutabaga 304s. Now there's a song. She lived at 304 Rudabegas Street. Oh shit, 304 Rudabegas Street finna be a song. A funky song about funky attitudes. Well, in some feel free to come up in here later. You're absolutely welcome. Welcome. We have to see you break the 3 M's, the trance of the 3 M's. Ladies, there is a triangle offense being run on your happiness by your mama, the media, and your manless friends. Those 3. I don't know how many movies you got to see it in, how many stories you got to hear it about. I know it's hard to hear stuff harsh about another person who has ovaries. You guys have you guys have a thing with that. You guys have to think the Butterfly Jones. You do not want me to call my friend Paul Freeze Love Farmer and come up on Fight Club. Because we think so much alike, we would be lockstep and destroy them niggas in there. Shout out to Freeze Love. If y'all ever get to see this fool on stage, I love Freeze Love. Freeze Love's a genius. I love him. Freeze, I'm gonna cut this and call and you gotta call me, man. I love you, brother. Your mama, the media, and your manless friends. Running your mama's plays. Not listening to her mouth. Oh, it's easy to not listen to your mama's mouth. Most of the time, y'all don't disagree because you grew up, she was jealous of you. She did a lot of vindictive shit to turn you into who you are. That you better be listening to in your subconscious programming. Okay? I think I will, at some point, revisit the subconscious metaphysical nuclear power plant in your mind. But your mama is not keeping you manless and unhappy by what she's saying to you or what she's doing to you. Ooh, Jeff Brown. Your mama is keeping you manless and unhappy by what she said and what she did to you. So it don't matter that she 4,000 miles away. She gave you this map. Her and her friends have given you a map, sister, that you need to alter. That you must see as faulty. Because until you see this map as faulty, you will not be able to connect with the moon, which is where your power is. You're nuclear powered on some shit that a dude can't do. Your period is connected to the moon, for God's sake. What? There is shit you're getting that no man is. But it's contorted and disconnected and disjointed and chopped up on purpose by the time it gets to you because you are still connected to the subconscious programming of your mama. Also working is the media telling you, black women, you gotta get a BBL. You, sis, you gotta get plastic surgery, sis. You, sis, you gotta wear a weave. You gotta wear fake hair for it to be long for you to be beautiful. Fuck all that nasty shit you just said. Fuck that protective style bullshit. Protected from what? The only thing black women's hair need to be protected from is black women. Fuck all that. All that perming, fuck all that. In 90 days after a collapse, that's what you really look like. Fuck all that. Al natural. You're the most beautiful thing in the fucking world. Ooh wee. Do you know why you do this a lot? Do you know why girls with weave touch it more than girls with naturally hair that long? Because the girl whose hair is naturally that long is natural. It's not triggering an involuntary neural response. You know, if you sleep and I take a string and go like this on your nose and you go like that, that's involuntary. Because it's unnatural. You wouldn't do that for your mustache because your body accounts for your mustache. Your body accounts for this. Your body accounts for the natural parts of this. It does not account for this. She's doing this because somewhere in her brain, her mind is going, what the fuck is this? That's why they keep touching it. The media got you thinking you need that. I don't care what you say about doing it because you like. We told you we don't like it. The media and each other got you wearing them claws. Let's talk about the claws for a second, sisters. Claws on a mammal makes other mammals repel. That's why men don't like them so much. Because on a guttural animal level, you're bearing your claws at us. That means you're ready for battle. That's not what we want. On a social level, we done told you that it don't look like you can wipe your ass well. And we don't give a fiddler's fuck how clean you get it. And how much shit doesn't get under your fingernails. Not the point. We think, I don't want your explanation. We think that shit look nasty because of what it makes us imagine. Do you want to catch us or catch each other? Knock that shit off. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. When more dudes talk like that, put their foot down, y'all stop. This foolishness. It is keeping you. That and your manless friends. Your manless friends are keeping you unhappy with their shitty fucking advice. Stop taking advice about men from, first off, from anybody other than men who don't want to fuck you. Let me tell you, ladies, where you can get some advice from a man who 100% does not want to fuck you. First off, hit GB Funny Style. It's my cash app if you like what you're hearing. Give a nigga a piece of change for doing something strange. You need like these beats? Jeffrey's Music at Gmail. Life coaching. Ladies, go right there to askunclejeff@gmail.com. I promise you, the man that answers you back does not want to fuck you. and is going to give you the most sound advice he can. That man, or a reasonable facsimile thereof, a dude you know don't want none. That's the first person you listen to, or a group of them. The second person you listen to is a woman in a successful marriage that is happy, that ain't got a bunch of dirt in her mouth for her man, and her man ain't got a bunch of dirt in his mouth for her. They exist. Find them. Ask them. It's still some nanas and pawpaws out there that got 45 in it. Hey, Sherelle, find them. Talk to that man that's been with his wife for 30 years. That woman that done dealt with that man's funky ass shit for 32 years. Talk to them. You ain't got to take their advice, but you got to get it. That's the same thing. With absent fathers. Young sisters, if you know where your daddy is, if you can make the effort to find him and him find you, if you can't, fuck him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about sisters, those of you who there's a fence you could possibly mend. If you can stomach even being in the room with this dude, I'm not saying take your father's side. I'm saying go get it. Thank you, and some. Go get it. You ain't got to take his side, but go get it. Find him. Get his side of this, especially if you know your mama is prone to some ain't shitism. Especially that. I love to see that, Sherelle. See, you got honest. You got no nonsense honesty built in. It's built right in. Okay? The dude that did this, walk across the street, touch how to ride a bike. That dude, he ain't gonna lie to you about no dude. That dude right there, he got you. That dude. Talk to that dude. He ain't playing with it. You his daughter. He ain't playing with that shit. Just talk to him. Find him. If you separate yourself, police your own, and focus on keeping the 3 M's at bay. Your mama, the media, and your manless friends. Remember that misery doesn't just love company. Misery loves misery too. Watch them heifers. Stop saying, I want a man, but I don't need one. Too bad. The universe heard you and said, as you wish. Another too bad. There's a black man shortage. So the universe is only handing them out to women who need them. So those of you who just want a black man, it's probably not going to happen. Or it's not going to happen right. Because there's not enough to go around for your want. You're going to have to need one. Realize you need one. Be respectful and line up under one. Because if you don't, you're going to cherish. You're going to perish. Period. There's no easy way to put it. Keep fucking around. This only upsets those of you who more than likely are going to perish. The queens I'm talking about, they ain't worried about it because they're already peaceful. They already radiate peace where they go. They already move in a sound mind. They're already reasonable. They've already found a way to talk to men and not raise their voice. They've already figured out how to magnetize to them. Or they're working on it. Dudes that ain't gonna force them to talk that way. Because that dude ain't gonna talk to them that way. That dude is coming, sis. He coming. But you got to let these fucking scallywags walk the plank. Okay? You have got to get off of 403 Rutabaga Street. Was it 304? Yeah. You have got to get off of 304 Rutabaga Street. You got to. Too many of you hang out at that address. And you don't even belong on that block. That's a funky ass side of town that the universe is about to set fire to. I suggest you separate yourself from Rutabaga Street. And in particular, 304 Rutabaga Street. Because that's where all the wrong vaginas live. And we're not going there. You do these things. And without question, and without fail, you will play a big part. All right. It's another joint of mine. It's called What Would Janet Say? This one right here, I wrote like, if Janet asked me to write something for her, this would be the track. So, I'm going to let y'all rock and imagine my imaginary wife since around Different Strokes. Yeah. Yeah. Since she was on Different Strokes. Janet Jackson. Shout out to Janet Jackson. Hi, bae. You know, my wife already know. Janet Jackson. Anyway. Yeah. I'm going to get what do you call it? Some more iced tea. I'm going to check on my puppy. And I'm going to open the doors. And we're going to chop it up. I hope to see y'all in here. Whoopsie. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. I hope to see y'all in here. They go to StreamYard. Come on up in here. And let's chop it up. All right. I'll be right back. All right, niggers, I'm back. Usually in this part of my show, I stay with avatars. It's just my ugly mug to begin with, and then from here we avatars and bringing up a cat that I have really wanted to again. I think we've done this once, but again, just chop it up like this with nobody in the way. Sharp cat, ran into him over I believe on Fight Club or one of them goddamn spots that I done started popping in and out of. My man Trucker Yell, how are you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You were we seeing each other in I think who's with Trigger Mike. Shout out to Trigger Mike's room. We were just in Trigger Mike's room.
Yeah, we were just on Trigger Mike's show earlier.
Yeah. So Jonathan, you gotta fix your audio, man. What are your thoughts there, young brother? What's especially, bro? If I may, I believe we've discussed this before. Is it okay if I bring up your living situation?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think I want to open up with that. I'm just gonna let the blood hit the fucking floor. I have often said, in the future, black women, if you want a black man, you're gonna have to share him. And this often pisses sisters off. I don't really give a fuck, but it can work, and this is a situation that you are still living in. Am I correct?
Yep. For the past 10 years.
Oh man, break it down. Make them know. Go ahead.
So I got 2 wives, and I got 5 kids, and it's like a family. It's its own family unit, you know.
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. It's not just about, a lot of people think it's just about, sex and things like that, but it's more to it. There's way more to it. So, it's a lot, man.
Well, expound when you say there's more to it. than just sex. How did you get? And you have 2 wives, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How long were you with the first one before the second one came along? And how did that come about?
Okay. Okay. So it's been a total of 10 years. Like I'm thinking about my first one. My first wife has been a total of 10 years.
Okay.
My second one has been a total of just going on 4.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So it's going on 4.
So
Almost going on
take
4.
us back to the 5th year and how you made this come about.
Well, before this even came up, one, I was honest with my first wife from day one. So
What'd you say?
we were just asking questions. Like on our first date, we started at 2 p.m. and our date ended at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's
we
what's
was
up.
having a real conversation, like
Right.
what you want, family, real questions that most people or most dudes are afraid to ask, up front and just be honest. So that's where it stemmed from that, and the question came up. You know, are you okay with multiple women, or you just want one woman? How much sex a week and this, that, and the third? And I was like, well, I'm good with one, but if I happen to meet another one or someone similar to you, that ain't gonna cause problems, then sure. So then six, 7 years later, that's when things, got
This came
introduced.
about.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, now how do they get along?
great.
Now, and do you all live in the same house?
Yep,
Oh, okay, nigga.
yep, yep.
This is what people don't get. What you are discussing is your children. You not the 5. You said 5 children, yes?
Yes.
Boy girl makeup rather.
You said what? Say that again.
What's the boy to girl makeup? Like 3 boys, 2 girls?
Three girls, 2 boys.
3 girls, 2 boys. You, brother, are changing the mind dynamic of the future. Number one, how you gonna sell monogamy to your sons? And number 2, how are your daughters gonna be getting somebody to buy it? That's not what they
Well,
grew up in.
no, that's true.
Now they may choose it. But they can't say, I didn't see 3 people work this out.
Right.
Dude, I don't think you know the crack in the future that dudes like you are making. You are ushering us back to something that makes sense, in my opinion. I'm just so I think what was my big question, other than how it came about and how y'all get along, is and then we can open the floor up from there. If it's all right for me to ask, as a family, how do you split time with them when you're home?
Out with the wives?
Yeah.
Oh, it's everything we all do as one unit. When I come home, I treat both of them the same. It's no different.
Right.
I pull them on their hair, smack them on their ass, flirt with them, all day foreplay, things like that. But we all have conversations. I mean, we have genuine conversations, like conversations when I'm on the panels, conversations about this, that, and the third, you know, things like that. So it doesn't kill time or anything like that.
Okay, so there's no necessary need to spend time with one or the other because y'all move as a unit.
Right.
That's some beautiful shit, bro. That's a real
Yeah.
talk. So
I,
the floor is open, fellas. Speak to whatever you want about tonight. Uh, just drop facts from there. Yeah, you other two niggas, Jonathan Edwards. Yeah, just speak up, double dog. God damn it, Bruce. Yeah,
Oh man, it's brother. Jeff, Jeff, what's going on, brother?
what's
Good evening.
happening there, man?
good
I
evening.
don't know. I don't know. Good evening.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me set you up there, brother Jonathan. Uh, brother Jonathan is not just a brother. He's also he's my military brother. He's a fellow devil dog. He's a fellow United States Marine. And judging from the game he laid down last week, this brother is a senior Jedi in this dojo whenever he wants to get down. So,
Mm,
oh yeah, the bruh brought it. He brought it hard. Uh,
mm.
so he
Thank you,
got
brother. Thank
some
you.
of that same goddamn grown ass man shit that I throw around.
I
Uh,
feel you on that.
yeah,
There's
bro,
no
you about to
argument
get
against
it.
that.
You about to get it. That's what I cultivate here. Well, we cultivate goddamn grown ass men in here. So he is one. So go ahead, bro. Whatever's on your mind, chop it up.
Jeff is my big brother by about 3 years. So
Okay.
what I do so what I do is I sit at the feet of great men and I sit in council with great brothers.
Respect.
That's what's up.
So what happens is we've lost our direction as men in general. I've seen a similar dynamic that this brother was talking about happen many years ago. My uncle had 4 women living with him, and all of their kids from all of the other men that they had.
Mm.
And it worked because there was no expectation of monogamy. That everyone was fulfilling a sociological need inside of that family structure.
Hmm.
There was one young lady that was really intelligent. She was a nurse and she went to school and she brought resources, medical resources, economic resources into that family that they needed to survive to take care of him, those 4 women, and those 7 kids. None of which were his. Right? He was
Right.
working a job, and other women were working jobs, and you had the women that weren't working jobs in the house being homemakers and being mothers and teachers, and it all worked.
Yeah,
So
because
it's not a new format.
right.
It's just you've had this, and I'm gonna use my favorite Jeff Brown quote. That women will circle the wagons around horrible hoes.
Woo.
I heard him say that, I think, on Zoe Williams' show. And it has stuck with me because it's the truth. The negative is magnetized with our women and magnified as the positive. So now they can be disrespectful and arrogant and unagreeable and all of the things that are counterproductive, and they'll have an entire clan of women that will circle the wagons around horrible shit.
That's big facts right there.
Yeah. As I say it, and and you know what? I'm not gonna get that. I mean, thank you. I thank you. You're exactly right. Uh, I think we accidentally stumbled upon uh, something really important here uh, with the way my man Trucker Yale is living his life, uh, because that's where we going. The math says that he's ahead of the curve. Wherever he gonna be, bro, you gonna be wise counsel around your way. When this shit hit the fan, you gonna be wise counsel around your way because your way already works. You're
Oh,
gonna have to
dude.
guide brothers into this. What is that? Is that happening now? Are there other brothers before
It's
you?
it's
After
it's
you? What's up?
Yeah, it's people before me, but yo, like sometimes they'll be like, I've had dudes like approach my wives, right? You know, trying to holler at them, but they don't know. So when they
Right?
do find out, they be like, "Yo, how did you do it?" And I just tell them like, "Listen, it ain't for everybody, but if the number one thing for me is honesty. If you honest, you can get whatever you want. But if you a dude that's gonna be out here playing games or running around questions and things like that, this ain't for you."
No. If she can't, I tell you what. If your wife can't have your phone,
Yeah,
if you can't turn your phone over, dude, look. And I ain't trying to bust nobody out or what nobody do. Because I am a monogamous man, more than likely because of the volume, the sheer volume of sex that I have had. And it ain't really a brag. Nigga, I was a comedian. I'm halfway decent looking. And I was in the military. Good God. Those are all recipes for not having any pussy problems. So
Yeah,
it's not a,
it cures a lot of lonely nights.
oh, come on, devil dog. They don't
Cures a lot of lonely
understand.
nights.
They don't understand what dress blues do. But anyway,
Stop
uh,
traffic.
uh, um, not even on that. The see, God damn it, what were we talking about? Yes. Um, how do you see it growing, like with dudes who are younger than you? Are they trying it? Are they trying to be honest? Oh yeah, that's where I was going. My level of honesty is my wife planned my 50th birthday party by sneaking behind my back and going through my phone and inviting all my friends and had my brother fly out because I leave my phone around because I'm pimp enough that if I really wanted another woman, I would talk to her about it first, even though
right,
Hey,
we are
hey,
monogamous.
hey, Jeff,
right.
my wife planned my 50th birthday party with my ex-girlfriend.
See?
Damn.
You understand? So the pimp lines are in line with who
Bruh,
you are. They,
bruh.
they, they still do business today.
And
Amazing, right?
you know what?
Crazy.
As they should. When you know why? Because they could not do business together if it was you creating hell between them by fucking on one of them without telling the other, by keeping talking shit so bad about one that the other one, when they meet, they on some catty shit, by trying to make the old one jealous of the new one. None of that. Look, we are all grown-ups here. Let's be grown-ups first.
Well, look,
Right.
it all started with my older brothers and cousins that put down the rule book that the way you exit a relationship is the same way you go in. You
Facts.
do no harm.
That is facts.
Facts.
It's the Hippocratic Oath. But these cats burn the fields behind themselves by doing goofy shit, by trying to sneak and lie.
Or do
I didn't.
petty shit on the way out.
Listen, I didn't lie. I told the girl, listen, this relationship's not working. I'm going over there and see if that one will.
Mm.
I didn't act as if I was going back home to go cry in my milk. And no. I'm going over there.
You gave latitude and longitude.
Longitude, coordinates, fire at will. I don't know.
Right.
We will be over there.
Yeah, you call airstrike in right over here.
Right over here. But the thing is that I was honest with all. Listen. I had my 50th birthday party. There was maybe 5 or 6 of my ex-girlfriends there. A whole bunch of other ones that were on the periphery that were, which as you call them, gutter snipes.
Oh yeah, bro.
And
They got to
but
try to
on the
come
other
in.
side of that game is fair because I'm I'm friends with my wife's ex-husband today. He called me today. Jay, what's up? What's going on, brother? How you doing? We speak more than they speak.
Right.
Right? Because I was in charge of raising his daughter from 15 to now 30.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So he, like, this is the man in that house now. So you got to listen to him, and me and him got to be on one accord so we understand what. So I understand what he needed in his mind to be comfortable with me being in charge of his daughter.
Oh, come on, bruh. I was just, dude.
Man,
I
Can
was trucker. Were we not
yeah,
just talking about this?
exactly. We were talking about. I mean, we had a long, good conversation. Long, good conversation about this.
I interject, brothers?
Come on,
Oh,
bro.
What's
absolutely.
up?
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, Uncle Jeff, and peace and love, Trucker Yale, and to the other brothers, man. It's
Peace,
always a
peace.
pleasure. It's definitely a pleasure to be with a legend, a comedic legend.
Oh, wow, brother.
Who's that, Malika?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, big homie?
What's going
Oh,
on?
yeah, Malika. Hey, yo, that, you know what, Malika? Bro. Remember, I'm high as Hitler's gas bill right now. I forgot. The first time I read your name, I went directly female. I went Malika, and he was like, nah, bruh. He corrected me, and then we spoke after that, and I enjoyed that, bruh. Come on in with your thoughts, man. Welcome tonight.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It was awesome speaking with you with Angry Man last week too.
Yeah,
First of all, to have this polygamy ideology and to have any of this with this talk is the man first has to be mature.
sure,
Yep.
sure,
Um,
sure.
even even to just be in charge, I've realized one thing: fuck the woman, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. Fuck what she thinks. Fuck what she says. You got to be on point because it's your program.
Yep.
Um, and the thing is, it's your program. Period. It begins and ends with you. Shout out to a fellow YouTuber, Everett Overton. He always says it begins and ends with the man, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. And how you start is how you finish. Um, Trucker Yale, like he said, he was talking with his wife from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's a lot, and that is good because these
I was
two
on the.
people,
That was the first date.
yeah, and that's two people that were really into each other because the thing is, you were leading and she was following it, she was into you, and that means a lot. So that means for the future, no matter whatever the situation or circumstances, she's going to be into you. And it wasn't just on the physical level, it was on the more mental and spiritual and even the metaphysical level. So she was down to follow your lead as long as you're leading her to somewhere that she can grow and she's down to be a part of your legacy. Now you brought this other woman in. Like when I first was hearing polygamy, and this is back with the Hotep shit about like 5-10 years ago. You know, Brother Polite, he would do with his little smoke and mirror shit, and everybody would do it. And a lot of people would think about it because it's like, okay, you can have 2 women, you can have 3 women, and you know, you could have this pornographic sex. And it's like, and other people say, no, it's deeper than that. And
Far.
then even when the Scheherazade Ali, she said, well, we're already having these type of relationships now. Why don't we be serious about it? Because the black community is in shambles and our women need guidance and structure. But the thing is, there has to be a special type of man to be in charge and to lead more than one woman.
Oh, this is not. Let me stop you there. I number one, it is my firm belief that I think that's you, Jonathan. Yeah. It is my firm belief that a man should be with as many women as he can be honest with
Mhm.
and support.
Mhm.
If you got to lie, then you got too many women. And if that's two, it's too many. If you can get 20 women, if you can do a Nick Cannon, do a Nick Cannon.
Mhm.
Because everybody keep coming down on this dude. But think about the dynasty he is building. This
True.
ain't Lenny, the dude that works for FedEx and got babies all along his route. This is a multi-millionaire having all these heirs that he is going to train. Think of the contacts that they will come in contact with and that the resources they will have. He's trying to build the next Wayanses, and nobody seems to see it.
Nick Jackson's.
Yes,
Mhm.
but starting with money,
Mhm.
starting with influence, starting with power. So I gotta go different on my man Nick. I see something I guess other people don't. And especially after I heard him speak, I guarantee you he's being, and I brother Nick, shout out to you. I hope I'm not peeping your whole card or you know, but I see you, bruh. I see you. And he taking all the slings of ridicule. He ain't even tripping on it. And he is quietly building a goddamn dynasty. And nobody's looking in on it. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's I think the next thing we need to break is this concept of what a family looks like. And in that, to get way back on the track, how do y'all feel about women separating themselves so we can see them?
Give me an example, brother.
Um,
If
sisters going out of their way to dress naturally and respectfully. Um, sisters going out of their way to separate themselves from those of whom we speak. Are we seeing that yet? Or is that just sort of wishful thinking?
No, it's not wishful
Uh,
thinking. It's like, all right, remember years ago, man, like, let's talk about like 20, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Decent women were the norm. A trifling trashy hoe, that was rare. But flip the script now, the trifling trashy hoes is the norm. But trying to find a decent looking woman that's modest, that's rare. For us, that's that, when we see that, that's like an anomaly. Like, that's like seeing a raisin on a wedding cake. You're like, you gotta do that double take. You're like, what the fuck? Did I just see that? Like, it's like seeing a shooting star, and all of a sudden you see that chick, and the hard part is it's like, okay, for you brothers, have you ever been around a woman where she's kind, but you're waiting for the shoe to drop? Like
Uh,
she's being feminine, she's being respectful, she's fixing you a plate. You know, here's the funny thing: she sucks your dick first before you got to eat her pussy first. You're like, what the fuck? Oh shit! You
well, I
know,
was gonna compliment my wife until you went there.
but when you start noticing that, you realizing because you're trying to, because for black men, because we've been programmed to think like, okay, we have to serve them because the template that the template and the program that we've been given is that we are to always serve somebody, white people, white men, white women, black women, and their children, especially if the children are 9 times out of 10 not ours. But when we meet a woman that's just relatively kind to us and we're trying to figure that, but then like how you said, all right, she ain't gotta be dressed like these trifling women. I mean, she looks good, she's attractive, but you know, it's rare. And when you realize it's like, okay, and a lot of times, you know, our mamas and our grandmas will say, yo, you better hold on to her. But like for men, but like brothers, you say, okay, check her out, vet her out, see, you know, see if it's not a ruse, see if she's not like one of those with those little flasher fishes that have those flashlights on top of their heads, where you know in the water that they use that to track their prey. You know, when you finally get her, next thing you know, she do the 52 fake out, and then she turns out
Mm-hmm.
to be some ratchet strag. And you're like, oh fuck, now I'm caught up with this
Mm-hmm.
bitch, and now she got two of my kids, and now you know I'm going through some fucking Will Smith shit. But you know, I
But
think
you know what? You know how I and I don't mean to cut you off. How I was able to avoid a lot of those landmines, bro. The first thing I want to see is your mama.
mhm,
That's a fact.
that's
My
true.
dad.
I don't want to talk to you. You're a fucking liar. Because you have a vagina. The first vagina on earth was a lion vagina. I don't want to talk to you. I want to see where you come from. I want to meet your mama. Then I want to meet your grandmama. And then I want to meet your grandfather if he's still alive.
You
Because
know
he
what?
going to give me the lowdown on both of them hoes.
You know what I had to do, man? I had to pull my sister's coattail, right? Because I had to talk with her. My sister is the baby, right? We
Right.
have the same father, right? I have four other siblings, but we all have the same father. And my baby sister's a beautiful girl. She's a sweet person, but she's a ratchet motherfucker. And I can say that because she's my family. And she's talking about, you know, she's saying she wants to be married. And I'm like, how? And she's like, what do you mean, how? I said, are you a wife? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, define to me what makes you to be a wife. And, you know, she's sputtering and she's going all around. I said, okay. And I'm going to say this. And I said, you're not going to like this. I said, I love you. You're my sister. But I'm going to tell you this like a man. I'm not going to tell you this like your older brother. I'm going to tell you this like a man. I said, I said, you're not bringing anything to the table. She's like, yes, I am. I said, no, you're not. I said, take your vagina and take your looks off the table. I said, first of all, you're coming in with a liability. And she's like, what you mean? I said, you have an 8-year-old daughter. I said, any man, I said, MAN, any man, not no punk, not no wimp, not no simp, not no bitch ass nigga, is not going to put up with your 8-year-old child. She's like, what do you mean? I said, is Kennedy a well disciplined child? And I said, see, there you go. You're pausing. I said, that is a reflection of you. I said, another thing is, any man is going to ask you a question. Why are you and Kennedy's father not together? And if you tell me, well, this, and the other, and you go on, I said, well, what's wrong with him? What happened? If you tell me all this other stuff, then the guy is going to think, okay, you don't know how to pick and choose men well. And a lot of men, I said, if you're looking for a husband doesn't pick women that make mistakes. He'll be like, okay, I'll do that. But my thing is, you have issues. She's like, what do you mean? I said, we all have issues from our father. I said, and another thing is, I said, your mother did not raise you and Aisha, our sister, to be wives and mothers. And she kind of got quiet. And she kind of really was kind of pushing aside, but she really didn't want to hear it. But I had to tell her, I said, when you come to a man, you either are a wife or you're not. A lot of you women say you want to get married, but you don't want to be wives because you don't know how to be a wife. Kevin Samuels used to say, it's like you're applying for a job, but you want to get hired on your potential. And the thing is, when you're getting hired on the potential, it's like, okay, I want you to marry me in hopes that I could be this person.
And you know where they get that from, brother? They get that from Disney.
Yes. This is
They
what
get that from Prince Charming. See, the princess don't have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She just gets to be the princess. And all of the baggage that comes with it, she laying here half dead. He got to come kiss her to bring her back alive. And that's what our women have. They have these unrealistic expectations of these Prince Charming type dudes that's going to come in and absorb, unruly or disrespectful children. Now, I've been
The
involved
baby
with...
face dudes.
Right.
Yes.
As
You mean
soon
the
as I
watch
get
your
home
jaws?
from
As
work.
soon as I
them
get home
dudes.
from work, yeah, I'm going to make you some steak and all this other goofy
I
stuff.
wash your jaws. I pay your
Yeah.
rent.
What have
Yeah,
you
I ain't
been
doing
doing all fucking day?
Yeah, what kind of job you got where you got enough energy to come do all that goofy shit when you get
No,
home?
I want to know what she been doing all fucking day. If I gotta do all this shit, I
She
gotta
been
Yeah.
wash
fucking
the
your
dishes.
man. She been fucking your man.
Wow. Wow.
That's true.
Let's keep it 100 out here,
That's true. I won't argue about that.
Mm-hmm.
right? But to give you, like, okay, the opposite of that. I was in a long relationship with a young lady and I helped her raise her son. When I walked in his life, he was 2 years old. His father had died. Okay, she was married to this man. So now there's a difference. This is a man who's passed away, who was already managing a family. So when I stepped in, this was a ruly, controlled, disciplined 2-year-old. So now he's a forensic accountant at Morgan Stanley, flying off to Dubai once a year. Got way more money than I do, right? And, I was a guy with the 42 acres. He got way more money than me. But I'm his dad. And she and I broke up in his late teens, and then I moved on and I married my wife and blah, 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 blah. It was never a big thing, but it's not the kid. It's the context in which she got the kid.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have no kid by Nuck Nuck, a Pojo, a Little Slim, a Little Slug. She had a kid by a guy who was a pilot in the Air Force.
And you know what? That's a funny thing, Brother Jonathan. What I was trying to tell my sister, I said, you're wanting something now at a later time in life, because she's about to turn 40. And I said, okay, now you want a husband.
That's right.
And I asked her why.
Because this
Wait,
shit's
wait.
hard out here.
It's all
Because
it's
Instagram says I'm supposed to have one.
But here's the thing, but I kept asking her concrete whys. I said, give me an honest why. And she kind of said, and she said something, because I'm lonely and I want to be with somebody. I said, okay. Boom. First truthful, sensible thing that you said. And that's all right, because that's a part of the human. That's a part of us being human. That's the human
That's fair.
package.
Right.
And I said, that's honest. And I said, okay.
But you see how much jumping through hoops you had to do to get that one little bit of honesty?
Because you know why? She was afraid to be vulnerable, and she was that vulnerable. She thought it would be somebody would take advantage of that. And it was wrong for her to break down and say that. And I said to her, I said, okay.
But that's you built your whole life on a lie, though. Like, and whether that's your lie or a lie somebody told you, it's still a lie.
Right.
And now you're asking somebody that don't want to have sex with you, and you can't even tell them the truth. It's hard for you to tell them the truth. It's there's no middle for you.
Right. She was in the safest space. She was in the safest space she could be.
And
she's talking to her older brother.
But you know what? And here's the problem that she never had. Now, mind you, our father was in her life, but our father is a fuck nigga. And I say that because he is. And this is true. But the problem what I'm having with my sister, not the problem, the circumstance and the conversation that I'm having with my sister, my father should be having with her, or my father should have had this with her 20, 30 years ago.
But see,
let me say this, brother. And this is, but the thing is that I was trying to break down the reality. I said, you're not, what you're putting out, or what you lack of not having, is that you're not going to get the man that you want or the man that you need. You'll just get any nigga that will settle for you. That's why you're just getting dick in short term relationships. And I said, you're the fun girl.
Okay, let me stop you there for a second, and bring us back around, because what you have just described is the truth that a man always teaches his daughter about manhood, even in his absence.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister was taught absence, the absence of responsibility, the absence of chivalry, the absence of respect, because your father was not present to show her those things. So when she sees a dude that is absent of them, she can't identify him as poison.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
And you know what else, Uncle Jeff?
Yeah.
When she recognizes and she sees the man, not the guy, man that she wants, she's always going to be deficient in her womanhood or in her femininity to give that man because she wasn't taught that.
Right. Well, and it's not even. I mean, yes,
it might
and
not even be that. Yeah.
yes, and it's what she has to understand is that it is absolutely no longer about what she wants at all. This wouldn't be about what she wanted if she didn't have a daughter. She was approaching 40 and was making $500,000 a year.
I didn't, so don't start.
Oh,
who was? Whoa, what was that?
What was that?
Who was that?
I don't know.
I thought I heard a lady.
You did.
That was a lady.
Oh, I'm tripping.
From where?
I have no idea.
No idea. It's just me and the Doberman, Jeff. I don't know what that came from.
Yeah, bro. I ain't nobody in here.
Yeah, that's the Grinch of bitches. That's what it is.
That's yeah.
the ghost of lost soul bitches.
Yeah. Get the hints. No, we have a stronger word in here. Get the hints, thou evil rudabega.
So he hit on something that I, a lot of people be, because I was talking about this earlier, how a lot of people, they put on a persona and they look at me crazy because of the way I teach my kids, right? Because actions speak 1,000 words, right? So when I'm chilling with my wives or when I come home, I show love, and I know my daughters is there watching.
Of
You know what
course.
I'm saying? But I'm giving them an example of this is what it looks like when your husband come home, you know, it's affectionate, loving, caring, things like that, and my son, especially my sons, this is what you do when you come home, you know what I'm saying? Work don't ever stop, take your shower, uh, fix what you need to fix, this, that, and the third. But a lot of people like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, listen, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm not like everybody else.
You
Brother,
shouldn't
I'm
be
gonna make
teaching your
sure.
daughters what's right, man. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck whoever
yeah,
said that.
Well, okay,
yeah.
how? Oh, okay, wait, whoa.
What you mean? I'm not supposed to be doing that. Y'all sock you with a brick. What
Yes.
you talking about? I'm not supposed to be teaching my kid. See, that's the problem with these motherfuckers. Like, if when you at a certain age, I can't believe that you ain't ran across nobody that done told you what you doing is foul. I believe the motherfucker told you what you doing was foul, and you looked at him and was like, so it's fun. So you
Bro,
kept doing it, and
There
then
is
you
that.
you have
so you
no
can't.
clue, dog.
No,
well,
None.
then there's
I
the
ain't speaking
All
on
right,
just
let
you.
Bruce
I'm
go.
speaking
Let
on.
Bruce go.
I ain't
I'm
speaking
sorry.
on just you. I'm speaking on just people in general. Like you can't tell me. I got an uncle that got 20 some odd kids. Like we use him as a fucked up example for everything that a man ain't supposed to do. So
That's
there ain't
Yeah.
a
right. You
version
supposed
of
to.
Please
conversation that
don't
y'all
tell
can
me his
have.
name is Bobby.
Nah, his
Oh
name is
Lord.
brother. But he and he know that. Like he know he ain't.
You know he ain't shit.
Yeah, he know he ain't. So and he's still free and 17 as far as he's concerned. You know what I mean?
How
He's
old is he?
60.
How old is he?
He might be 7. He might be pushing 70 at this point.
Bruh.
God damn.
But
Jeez.
he's still running
70
around.
going
Here's,
on 18.
for
Bruh.
real. But the
Listen.
thing about it is, he's
Uh-huh.
still this is it's worse to me. It's worse for him because like I'm real close with his children, my cousins and all of that. So like I know him as a father. Like there's not much to talk about. Him as a grandfather, he does a little better. But as far as him as a father goes, you know, you get a straight F if you even showed up to class at all. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
So
But
he's the
as far,
antithesis of what
yeah, we
Nick
don't
Cannon's doing.
Yeah. We aspire. You know, it's not a hell of a lot of a step to be a father. Just show up once or twice a week, and you did better than him already. So,
Jesus
uh,
Christ.
Damn.
so
Shit.
so that's a men shitty example. But like I know what like with him, you can't. It's not that somebody didn't tell you what to do and how to correct your life. It's that you said fuck that. I'd rather be doing this. And for a dude, it's one thing when you talk wrong, but for a woman to be like, I'm just gonna take my whole because you can have two different conversations. You can have the same conversation and they'll have two different arguments. So my body is a temple, but I treat it like a jungle gym. Y'all,
Bruh.
you can get both of those in the same 10 minutes. If you know how to ask the questions right, you can get it in the same 60 seconds if you ask the right questions. So they and depending on who you talking to, like you said, you can get a transformer where she do a whole bunch of nice shit for you at first, and then you do something, and all of a sudden she just flip out on you, and now she's a whole nother person, or just there might be a ticking time bomb that go off, and like fuck it, I just do I just do shit now. I
No,
never like doing the shit I was doing
no,
for you in the
that
first place. I was just
that
doing it to
situ
make you feel good. It,
that
it can it
situation.
can go a lot of different ways, but the problem is it's the person. A lot of these people don't want to reject their fun and have some type of discipline.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
So when I have that's what I was saying. Like when I do these things, like for instance, I had to cut my own mama off. I had to cut my own sisters off, dog, because they was see. I mentioned that my mom is she a HOE. God forgive me, but I'm just gonna put it out there.
Bruh.
And
God,
and
God.
Who's that? Who's that, bro? Brother, what's your
that's
name?
me, Trucker Yale, Trucker Yale.
Trucker Yell. Let me say this. The
Uh,
4 hardest words to say in the English language
Oh, come
is
on, bro.
"My mama ain't shit."
Is that a Jeff Brown quote?
That's a Jeff Brown quote.
Okay.
so
That's a Jeff Brown quote.
Yes.
right,
My
so
mama ain't shit. So if you come
right,
from a line of ain't shit mamas, see, we deified the woman.
Exactly.
Yes.
We
Talk
have
about it.
deified the
Talk
woman.
about it.
We have made grandma into the lady sitting on the front row of the church with the fan and the swollen ankles. But you forget she had on a tube top and them ankles was touching the roof of a 98 Oldsmobile.
How about that?
so
Yeah,
yeah,
you better
so
she was grandma, but you ain't heard
so
about when grandma was 22 or 18. From
Right,
60-year-old grandma when they give you kiss on the
right.
cheek, you don't know where
Right.
them lips
When you
been for real.
met your grandma, she was an old lady. Hopefully.
Look
yeah, she
here.
was all that.
Somebody was Ron Isley's pussy.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. James Brown was fucking
Ron
a
Isley
lot.
had groupies too.
Thank you.
James Brown, shit. Bootsy
Somebody.
Collins.
Come on,
No,
bruh.
remember,
Somebody fucked
Come on
George
now.
Clinton.
Yeah,
George Clinton
remember
got
all
a
them.
lot of pussy from
but
No, remember
somebody.
all
Still
them black women were
but
trying
but
to
check it out
stop
though.
that
Check it
freaking
out.
documentary to get stopped.
Yes.
yeah.
Because
So check this out though. What he was talking about is very true because you know one of the reasons why the main reason why I was cutting them off, it was because of the shit that they was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well he out there cheating. Oh well he out there doing this, that, and third. And I'm like, yo, I ain't doing it. Oh well, you gonna let him tell you what to wear, this, that, and third, until they snapped on my sister like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like
Mm.
nigga, I'm representing him. What the hell you talking about? I don't, cause my wives they don't wear weave. Like don't the most I've ever seen them wear weave is like if they get braids, but they have natural. They normally wear the hair natural. all the time.
So this is, wait a minute, let me get this straight. This is your mother
My mother and
poisoning
sisters.
the, yeah.
Mhm.
It's like this is what I tell brothers about the den of witches.
Yeah.
It's just a den of witches, and you know, bruh, you speaking on your mama, so I'm just being honest as you are
No.
are
This.
welcome to proceed.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, I'm just being perfectly honest because I know there's somebody. Again, I had these conversations because again, I know there's some young dude out there that done doing like literally, probably in my
Oh,
shoes,
oh
right?
yeah,
So
man.
I break it down so they
So
can
for
so they can do better instead of because it took me a while to even get to that point. Like, man, my mom ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we keep a lot of shit in as men. You know what I'm saying? Even though like we literally keep it in, even though we want to tell the truth.
But see,
Right.
brother, the
So
reason being is because, and I'm gonna go a little deeper. Mother is the word for God on the lips of little children.
Mm.
Mm.
All right, that's the first person that puts sustenance into your body, whether it be from the breast or from the bottle. She carried you 9 months. So you have a built-in reverence for her that you don't necessarily have for daddy.
Mhm.
Daddy has to come in and prove himself by his works, deeds, actions, and rules and guidelines and
And
image,
so forth, yeah.
right? Daddy has to
right,
shine as a light, as a beacon on top of a hill. Mama just gotta come out and drop you in 9 months and put some food in your mouth. And you put her on the same level as daddy.
Just because.
Just,
mm,
well, because of the fact that she's the first person that has sustained you,
Mhm. So it's that
right?
built-in connection.
It's the penitentiaries is full of brothers because somebody said something about their mama.
Mhm.
yep,
Sure.
it's true.
The graveyard is full of motherfuckers that said some shit about somebody's mama. I watched a guy murder a guy.
ain't no statute of limitation.
Mhm.
And look, I wasn't, listen, the brother had a mask on, blah, 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 blah. They interviewed me. They interviewed me. But the reality was that he did something to somebody's mama. Now, the particular mama that he did it to was a lady that was a hobo on the street that was begging for beers.
Mm,
And she came up and put her hand on this dude, and the dude put his hand back on her, and less than 24 hours later, that dude was dead. Because that's my mama, but your mama ain't shit.
See, I had one of them type of problems growing up that I had to break free from. It wasn't the ain't shit. Well, it was a version of it, I guess. It was a lower version. But it was the be nice to all women. Don't do this, and you shouldn't be wanting to do that. And the programming I had to
Yeah,
unlearn. It was real deep programming. If you with a chick, just be good to her, and she'll be good to you, and it's
yeah,
okay,
take care of
and,
them
and,
kids and
and
make
take
sure you
care.
feed
Uh,
them and take
We
them to the
all had
stove.
that, man.
all
We
of
all
that.
had
You know what
that.
I'm saying? So
We've
I was one of them
all had
kids,
that. We've
but
all
I
got
was one of them kids that like you don't have to tell me something that seemed like right more than once. So it was program. It was a real program. Like this is how we run the program. If this is how it's gonna go, this is how it's supposed to go. It it would always take me. The only thing that would get me out is my anger,
Right.
because I'm real. Like once you do something and somebody tell me I'm supposed to just turn the other cheek, I ain't no other cheek. Only got two sides to the sword. Ain't no dull blades here. So it's two sides of the sword. I didn't pull it out for a reason, and now you did something, and I feel like there should be blood on my sword, and y'all telling me
If I
because she's a
have to pull
girl,
it out,
and y'all telling me because she's a girl she shouldn't get it. But if a dude made me feel like this, it would be perfectly fine. And that stopped making sense to me. So once it stopped making sense, if you do something, you did it. You should know better. And if you don't know better, then that's just on you. That ain't on me no more.
But brother, one of the things that I have learned from being in those similar circumstances that you gotta start fishing in deeper ponds.
Mhm.
Does that not
See,
sound familiar?
Oh yeah,
if
no, I'm talking
you
about before, but yeah.
no, I'm talking about before, yeah. But what
Yeah.
happens? A lot of brothers get caught fishing in the pond that they grew up in,
Exactly.
right? They keep you never broaden your horizons. And I ain't talking about passport bros, because it's a community college in every town
Right.
with some women with some common sense over there that's not pregnant, that ain't got 3
Mm-hmm.
babies in welfare and WIC and Section 8, that's 19, that you can go and date. But you're not going to the college jammy jam anymore, because that was our hangout. Remember, Jeff? The college joints was where
Come
it was at.
on, bro. Go
We was at
USC,
Howard. You listen, Eastern Carolina University.
bruh. Didn't you tell me you were stationed out here at El Toro?
I was out there at El Toro. Forget
Did you
about it.
ever make your way to LA to the frat houses?
Absolutely.
That's
I
where
had a
we
room.
stuck, bro.
I had a room there.
Okay, I hate to cut you off, brother. I hate to stop you, but I have to. Here's this why this brother, why I hung Senior Jedi on him immediately, because in different words, I have been preaching this to young brothers the exact same thing. If you want a type of fish, you got to go where they biting.
Mm-hmm.
You got to this. I just don't buy that there are absolutely no more decent young black women in the Alpha Centauri quadrant. I don't buy that. I think
I
it
don't
is
either.
where y'all are looking. I think it is how. I think there are ways, and they are going to be rare. They are going to be rare.
And you're going to have to adjust yourself to their environment.
Thank you. Right then and there. And you know what? Here's another thing. We're dealing with a different type of animal today. We're dealing with a bunch of guys that are fucking lazy.
Lazy.
We're
Youch.
dealing with
Youch.
we're dealing with 70 to 80% of black males that are raised by single black mothers from all social economic backgrounds that have been poisoned with a feminized mindset. And when you're poisoned with a feminized mindset, you become lazy. You become steeped in the doctrine of the color purpleism of the black community. And like how the brother said, you see black women as God, and every form of media that these young guys have seen in the past 20 to 30 years, they've always seen black women or women being superior to them. Shout out to Dr. Tiasan Johnson. He said he had a conversation with his son that his son said he never seen a man or a black man on TV that was better than a woman. Either that he was equal to or the woman was better than him. And
Of
then
course.
when he starts seeing things in real life, he says, wait a minute, you know, these bitches
Yeah.
I'll
is
push back. I
lazy.
saw one.
But that's the thing, one.
Who?
George Jefferson.
Okay. George
That's,
Bush.
but can I say something?
Wheezy.
That's back when we were seeing. I'm talking about
Right.
nowadays.
No, he's right. I mean, you can't
No,
even
yeah, for
for
real. Because even when I grew up, you didn't. Everybody ain't be able to tell Uncle Phil what to do, and he'll put his head down and go ahead. Even in the white households in the '90s, when I was watching TV, Roseanne, I tell whatever his name was, something. The only person that was
She
still
would tell
big
Dan.
talking shit when I grew up was Al Bundy. That was the last one
Yeah,
that was big talking
he was
shit,
selling women's shoes.
and he was selling women. You know what I'm saying?
It's a failure.
oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So we
But like,
we didn't have no men led households to look up to either.
and when we're saying you got to go into that deeper pond, saying it. See, we grew up that we knew we had to compete. If it was like all 5 of us, right? And if there were 4 girls, we knew there's going to be blood sport between the 5 of us. If it's 3 or 2, you know, we looking at each other, sizing each other up, and we understand that.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I got to slow you down. Okay, are we talking about in an existential a post-apocalyptic type shit, or just some niggas out at the club?
Both.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Those are the same environments, aren't they?
Okay, well, that's hilarious. This was the way me and my niggas roll. Look, it's 5 of us, it's 4 of them. Call them from across the room. What's up? I got the one in the blue dress. I got that one in there. And then we would converge. And
But you know what that's required, Jeff? Self-awareness.
Right.
You picked the broad across the room that you knew you had a chance at getting.
Exactly.
These other motherfuckers out here now trying to pick supermodels, and they ass is built like 150 pounds of chewed bubble gum.
It's the truth.
Everybody is trying to shoot above their fucking level.
Yeah.
Everybody wants Instagram models. No, nigga, you deserve chubby chick Keisha over there. That's your lane.
I be telling dudes like y'all be saying it, say y'all be talking about, man, I want a bad bitch. I'm like, yo, can you handle being
You
with
ain't
a
got
bitch?
no bad bitch money.
Bro, can you deal with dudes approaching your woman every 5 minutes to get her, and then the dude looking you up and down and laughing, or commence trying to holler at your chick? Can you handle that?
Bruh.
Yo, I have this thing where I tell brothers, you have to have enough money for a bad bitch to hypnotize her and not see all the other niggas trying to give her money.
Big facts. That's true.
In this transactional society that we live in.
Yeah, this it's different.
She gotta see fucking over you as a loss.
Yeah, it's rare to see a bad chick who actually have that type of mindset. It's rare. So this is where
what's funny?
It's crazy, bro.
The late great Patrice O'Neal said this, and this was truism. He said, "You should not get with a woman that your ego cannot handle."
Big facts.
And that's
or TK Kirkland said it. Who raised you?
Exactly.
Okay, that's a
you don't qualify for a woman if you ain't got $25,000 in the bank.
Well, now you're going back to the old rules of no money, no pussy. The real shit.
I mean, ain't that America?
No, I'm not using money. I'm not using money as a means to the pussy. As a measure of your success to be able to magnetize the woman to you.
Thank you. Let me clear that up. What I mean by no money, no pussy. If you chasing pussy before money, you out of pocket.
Exactly.
Big facts.
You out of pocket.
Exactly.
But that's what we're taught early on. We're taught that early on.
Yeah.
No, we not.
No.
You got your homies. Your homies is not teaching you how to get to a bag.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not teaching that. They're not teaching that at an early age no more, dog.
When Pootie Tang was like his only weakness is hoes, his daddy told him about everything else except for hoes. That's many a conversation that ain't happened.
Well, it's being taught by not being taught.
Stay away from these type of bitches. And bitches, not they mamas having the conversation, and that's another problem. The mama's having the conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Not the daddy or the uncle.
Daddy's not having the conversation.
Yeah, it's the mama talk about. She's a nice girl still. She, long as she's nice, it doesn't matter. Be good to her, mama. This a hoe.
Yeah, I had to smack my son I had to smack my son in the back of the head because he went to protect the chick, but the chick, the little girl in school, she was getting picked on. He just jumped in, trying to say this. What? Smacked his ass. What you? What? Do you know why you say that? Well, he was picking on her. Okay. What? Then I look around. I'm like, where's she at? She over there flirt with the dude who was pick. I'm like, see, you just put your life on the line for a strag. See how that work? You don't protect women like that. You protect the women that actually deserve to be protected.
You protect your woman like that.
Stallion.
Yeah.
That's
you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna lose your life, make sure you lose your life for a woman that's gonna respect you, protecting her. Not, you lose your life and then she right back with the dude the next day. You get what I'm saying? Like,
you lose your life with the woman handing you extra magazines.
How about that?
Team.
Well,
On the team.
furthermore, I say that though, and especially those of us who are capable, more than capable, of taking life. Those of us here, and we know who we are, that it behooves a woman in danger to be around. I say that we need a velvet rope, and the ones behind that rope get the protection.
True.
I agree.
Now
Yeah, absolutely.
you can stand behind this rope with a generic name: Black woman in distress from police. You can stand behind this with a generic name: Black woman in distress in a Walmart from white people. But you're not going to stand behind this velvet rope under any circumstances with any of that rudabegas shit at all.
Let me say this, Jeff. I've never seen your wife. I don't know what she looks like.
Okay.
But I know for a fact, I've never seen the other brother's two wives either. Right? But I know based on who you guys are, the kind and caliber of women that they are. So if I'm in that Walmart or in that gas station or in that grocery store and some shit start going sideways, those women are going to reflect back to me that they're under the guidance of a fucking real man.
Brother.
He just ain't here right now. But I am.
Brother, I got to jump back in here. Case in point. This happened about a year ago now. My wife was taking her car to a car wash that I didn't particularly like, because I like my car done a certain way. I like, you have to do better. You have to do as good as I was going to do. And I'm not talking about a detail. I'm talking about as good a wash as I was going to do. And, you know, bruh, field day. Anyway,
right.
She took her car up there. The machine that it's one of those machine car washes with the brushes on it, knocked a piece of her bumper off. And so she was trying to explain it to the dude, and it wasn't really that bad. It just popped a clip. And she was trying to explain it to this dude that was wiping the car down, not even a manager. And he started getting salty with her. And she went, I don't even handle this. Hold on just a second.
There you go.
And picked up the phone. And 3 minutes and 21 seconds later, I'm standing in this dude's face. I'm going to need you with the same energy that you just showed my wife to show me. I want the same funk. Oh, I wasn't disrespectful. Okay, well, now my wife is lying. Oh, I'm not saying that. Well, what are you saying then, young man? Because we finna see how many men standing here. I don't really respect how my wife is telling me that you spoke to her. So before this get real ugly, I strongly suggest you apologize, because I'm not asking for your manager right now.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, yes, thank you. Now, when we got back to the house, babe.
What the hell are you doing up there?
Is that settled? Are we settled now? Are we settled now? Because she like it because they spray her car. I'm like, look, all you got to do is that's the pimp oil away. No, all you got to do is get these trees. But the long story, she don't really like the trees. But the point was, are we clear now that I have said don't go up there?
Exactly.
Because what nearly transpired could have been Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Yep.
Because you went off the grid.
Jeff? Imagine if she was a woman that was uncovered.
Come on, bro.
That would win. See, this is where you have situation. Now, this is the funny thing. Like when Trucker Yell said his mom and his sisters were trying to put bugs in his wife's ears. Imagine if those two women were uncovered and you have women putting bugs in their ear. but they
Right.
have a man that's covering them, the man that's taking care of them and their children. You're a man that's taking care of your wife and making sure things will take care of. You have women today that will argue with that man, will probably try to fight that man, and they would let the instigation and the pushing and all the shoving and all this other stuff probably get a son like that woman in Chicago come and shoot that young man. But no, what you did was she called you and you talked to the man, and he was like, oh, and you said, young man, showing that you are an authority figure. You're older than him. And showing that you mean business. You weren't trying to get in his face and break him down. You were being authoritative and stating a fact. Is there a problem? And he's like, no. Then you got back home. You didn't, and you did something very, very respectful that men do. You didn't embarrass your wife out in public. You wait
Oh
till
no.
you got home with her and you talk to her and say, that's why I told you not to go to that place.
Oh yeah, when she calls, she's not in court at that time. When I get
Oh
there,
no.
you're a bystander.
No. It's us. It's not, and that's enough. Again, this. Let's get into why what you just said about the way that the woman response is not covered. She is responding to not being covered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anybody to wield this feminine power on. My feminine power goes out to no masculine, so it just looks weak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the
It's a positive charge with no ground.
right with no
An
bruh.
incomplete circuit.
It's incomplete, and I don't have anybody completing that circuit for me. So I am going to short circuit in order to get
Burn the whole machine down.
Come on, bro, to get something that looked like justice to me, but I'm gonna wind up burning the machine down. Real talk, real talk, and I don't know that it.
That's what those women do. They start fires because they have no way of putting out the spark that created the problem because they don't have a resource to go to.
Right.
The resource that they go to may be their, like you said, their son whose brain ain't developed enough to come have a conversation, so he gonna come in blasting. Or it may be their jailbird cousin that's on the block gangbanging that's gonna come in blasting. So they don't want to do that.
Yeah, any nigga that's not gonna ask questions.
Right. They don't want to do that.
Not smart enough to ask.
Yeah, somebody that on some that I wish a nigga would shit.
Right.
Well, then the other thing is also they ain't never seen it either. They ain't never seen a man actually chastise another man without somebody getting shot.
Exactly.
So
I call it grown man conversation. That's what I call it.
Right, grown man conversation.
Because you know why? They never seen grown men in their whole vicinity in their life.
Yeah, and that goes back to they mama ain't shit.
Man, I said I got a dude at work, and I told this story before, but I got a dude at my job. But he has so many stepdaddies, they just have numbers now.
Wow.
And it's always a fucked up story. Like, always fucked up. Like, hey, well, he had a good side, but then he beat me like crazy. Like, it's always some shit like that. And I'm like, did it ever occur to you that your mama just wasn't shit?
Exactly.
And he just looked up, and this man is 50 something.
Brother, let me ask you this question. You got these young brothers out here, right, that's talking about how they don't want to come in and accept children that are unruly. This woman is in her 30s with multiple children, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But that's their mama.
Yep.
That's their mama. Their mama had 3 kids before she was 22.
Hey, look, my dad said be better than him. So in order to be better than my dad, I can't be fucking with nobody that got kids. I can't be fucking with nobody that decided to mate with somebody. Here's the thing. You decided to mate with somebody, right? And this is a long-term decision. This ain't I kept the baby on accident. Their abortion is legal. So as long as their abortion is legal, you had an option. You opted to keep a motherfucker. even though you weren't going to keep the motherfucker you made the motherfucker with. So what kind of decisions are you making for yourself in this capacity in order for me to even be here?
Well, there are instances where those decisions are made in the context of marriage. Like I said, I raised 2 children that were made in the context of marriages that were prior to me.
Right.
And I call those men my baby daddies.
But I shouldn't, as a supposedly a more learned generation, or just the goal of being better than my father, right?
Right.
And just the goal of being better than my father, my kids are going to be taught that if she has kids, she has nothing to do with you, unless y'all got some business together.
But like I said, I
you shouldn't know
vetted the
why.
situation. You should,
And
because here's the thing:
you
we can't live
should
in.
never make it that far, because
Right.
I'm not.
for real, y'all conversation should never make it that far for you to even give a fuck about her kids and all of that shit. That ain't your business.
Okay.
Because
Hold
she,
Hold
Sit
on.
tight.
Well,
I got
Okay,
something to say.
everybody. I need everybody to sit tight for a second. Okay, because number one, this show is dope, which is why I'm allowing it to run long as fuck. But it's 10:28, and you niggas is running over into my evening plans, and my life is great. uh, um, let me really punctuate what I think Bruce is getting at, and at the same time tie together what Brother Jonathan is talking about, because me and Brother Jonathan are 2 sides of the same coin, because we are close to the same age. So we are talking about a slightly differently milder breed of woman than you talking about, Bruce. So in Brother Jonathan's case, here is a sister that made a child with an upstanding dude that happened to die. When in my case, the other side of that coin is my mother was baby mama 1.0. I was born in 1965 to a single unwed mother. This was back when they stopped sending them down south.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm baby mama 1.0. So
Me too, Jeff. I was born in '69.
right. So
Same dynamic.
shit. Right. Same dynamic. Now watch this, brother. This is what happened to me. Because my mother married a Marine when I was 2 and not my natural father. This Marine was a fucking tyrant. He used to beat my mama till candy fell out. He told me that I was never gonna be a Marine, that because I had asthma, what I couldn't do, but he would never put his hands on me because of my grandfather. Cut to, I get into high school, basically being raised by my grandmother. Chaos in my house, bro. Or I mean, shit, unmentionable shit, unmentionable filth and violence going on in my house. I'm passing acing finals and turning in no homework, cutting class. That's D's and F's. But the ASVAB comes out. I score second highest on the military exam in my school and in the top 3% in the state. I got every branch of service on my porch. Who you think I signed with? The Marines, because this nigga said I couldn't. Now I go in there. I can't wait to find a girl with a 2-year-old boy and marry her. Because I'm going to clean, thank God, man, I'm going to clean up my mama's life with mine.
Right.
I'm going to be better than he was. Not realizing I'm running a subconscious programming that don't have a goddamn thing to do with me. So his situation, I come into this girl that I have no business dating or let alone marrying. Now, the only reason I don't regret it is her son and the sons that came after them that were mine. Other than that, it is possible to regret your past and love your kids at the same goddamn time. So these are different scenarios that I understand your vantage point from, Brother Bruce, which is, look here, if you got if she got a kid when you meet her, your name is not the one she was yelling out when that little boy was conceived or that little girl was conceived.
Mhm.
You need to think about that. And this is not to say the single mothers should not ever get married, but you know who they need to marry? Single fathers, nigga. That way they can add money and stir that family up and make it something. Why not? I have no problems with that. But what I am saying is, to single young men, you do not owe your monogamy, your marriage, especially in what marriage used to be. I ain't talking about what my man Trucker Yale is doing. I'm talking about what it used to be. You do not owe risking half of your shit and perhaps your freedom to a woman who already has a child. You are giving up the right to your firstborn. That's basically what you're doing. The pride of your firstborn coming from a woman, you're giving that up. And I'm not telling you not to. I'm telling you that you may want to think about that. And if you've already given that to another woman, and she's already given that to another man, well, that's a Mexican standoff now, ain't it? That's who you need to be with. And I think people should give that a lot more thought. I think it's wise. And that's all we're here for. I want to thank everybody that came in. Some dope ass brothers. That goddamn Bruce is working on his senior Jedi badge like a son of a bitch. It's just shit. He's down to lop heads off. And then senior Jedi Jonathan Edwards. Devil Dog, thank you for coming back. You are always, always welcome, brother, to drop game in here, because that's what this is about. This joint in here is about sharpening the swords of brothers directly and sisters indirectly. I love you too, but I got to sharpen my brothers. And I want you to keep showing up. And I want you to keep listening. And I want you to put your input in. Let us know. Let us know. Help us be better. But until then, I hope you learn how to help us look for you. Stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. I'm out.